if you ever really get abducted, what are you going to do? The probe's just going in there whether you like it or not. Yeah. These guys have a chance. Hang on. Well, welcome back to this episode of Hang On with Nick and Blake. Now that's a good idea. Finally, we get to the heart of it. Now I'm going to take this next one.
Hang on real quick.
Hang on right off the bat.
Yeah, hang on right off the bat.
Sure.
This is a quickie.
Oh, good.
Under 5 minutes.
Okay, Carol's under 5.
$1 million idea.
Oh,
millions
easy.
Under 5.
Millions under 5. Got it.
Las Vegas.
Yes.
Las Vegas.
The idea of Las Vegas is worth millions.
No.
We find another desert, right?
Nope.
And we get Frank Sinatra.
All right, it's going to be over 5 if you keep if you keep interrupting me. You're worse than the dog. So, Las Vegas. Has to be Las Vegas.
Okay.
Airplane.
I feel like we've been here.
No, this is not episode 1.
Okay.
Airplane.
Okay.
Decent size, okay?
Okay.
It's the plane. Pilot. There's a divider.
Okay.
Bed in the back. Mile high air.
Whoa.
Go up. Go up 5,280 feet. Making announcements. We're now above a mile. You got 30 minutes. You come back down. Have a cleaning service.
Do you charge every 30 minutes? Or now you made him nervous. It's all right. He's just being mean. I know. It's a good idea, isn't it? All right. So is this the same plane from the Vomit Comet? It was called the Vomit Comet, right?
Something like that, yeah. I mean, I don't think you need anything that big, if we're being honest.
Yeah, probably just a full-size bed.
Yeah.
And a bathroom and a shower?
No.
Okay.
We can have shower services, like, on the ground, like where you can...
Okay, sure.
Maybe you need some sort of, like, bathroom area with, like, a sink with, like, some water. That's not hard.
No, not at all. Airplanes already have this. So essentially, we sell a little certificate that says, congratulations, you're part of the Mile High Club.
Yep.
Now, do we validate other people who use other airlines, or is it only our service?
No. You have to use our service.
Okay. So, like, some people, they pay a charge, they send some pictures that they climbed a mountain, and we send them a certificate. We're not doing that.
No.
Okay.
You come...
You get certificate.
No, before that time.
We make money.
Before that come.
Okay.
You arrive at the airport.
Okay.
You get in the plane.
Yep.
It's private.
Okay. Is this a solo endeavor, or do you have a partner? Are we providing partners?
It is Vegas. I'm going to go with, at least right now, I don't know the legalities. You're providing your partner. We go up. We let you know when we're above a mile.
Yep.
You got 30 minutes.
Sure.
We descend. We land. Get your certificate.
So there's no verification. So you could just sit back there with someone.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you have the. Why would you pay for that if you weren't gonna I, as the business owner, if you just want to sit back there, it's a lot less cleaning that we have to do when we get down to the ground.
Do you just eject the bed and just say this is for someone else to deal with and bring on a new one? I feel like that's got to be faster than cleaning it.
I'm not sure. Maybe we just have like a disposable, lots of sheets. So, I mean, it's rip the sheets off, put new sheets on.
Just real thick sheets.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think people would pay some money for that.
Only in Vegas. It literally would only work in Vegas.
I can't do the numbers in my head, and I don't think we should. But I'm wondering
how I love to make up numbers.
Yes. I'm wondering now if it's more economic to get like a small jet, throw a small bed in, or get like a cargo plane and just have like room on room on room. So everybody's, just got like their own little apartment.
I like the one. It doesn't even need to be a jet. It literally can be a
prop plane.
A prop plane. Yeah. I think it's very simple. It would only work in Vegas. That's all. That's the only. Yeah. That's about the only place that you could possibly do that.
I like it. That's good.
What about?
Is this your 5 minutes, or have we concluded?
No, just you multiple times have brought up strippers because we have like the
one time.
No,
that's one idea.
No, twice. You had the car wash strip club.
Yep.
And then I thought you talked about strippers another time.
No.
Anyway, what if you buy a cargo plane?
Yep.
Strip club above a mile, like you would call it the Mile High Club.
Yep.
But it'd literally just be a strip club in a cargo plane as you were flying around at above a mile.
I mean, that would work for a lot of things.
I feel like,
but the novelty would be the one time.
Yeah, but it's fine. You're in Vegas.
Yeah.
No, that's the thing. It's like I think in my mind, you can do anything just ridiculous in Vegas, and people are going to pay the money to do it.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, your idea.
All right, so
I'm out.
I don't know how timely it is, but the basic idea is an Airbnb with a Halloween theme, like murder mystery type thing, except I don't want anyone to know that that's going on. So I don't want everybody to sign up and show up and they're like, ooh, I'm ready for spooky. I want one friend to throw their whole group of friends under the bus, and it's a terrifying experience for the rest of them. I'm talking like people like sneaking around in the middle of the night, a leg on a chair just snaps randomly, like somebody rustles your sheets, like just god-awful, terrifying things for Halloween or around the Halloween season during an Airbnb, and you just completely trick your friends into it.
Can we film it and then sell the film?
Legally, there are some limitations. They would have to, sign a... Yeah, you would sign the disclosure afterwards. But I think it would be hilarious. Like, I think it would be a very good TV show to do the same thing. Like a horrible... separate idea. A horrible Airbnb where people you're just tortured the whole time.
Yeah.
Like the air conditioning breaks and the heater, you keep turning it down and just more hot air comes out.
The guy who owns it's like quote unquote, I'm using air quotes here, ex-wife keeps showing up at the door like threatening, and
I
know he's in there.
Someone drops off 2 kids to like run around.
So I thought
alligator in the front yard.
If I ever built a very similar idea that I had, that I've ever built a hotel or a building, you know how they don't have 13th floors in hotels?
Some don't,
Yeah, a lot of them don't. I mean, some do, but like...
Physically, they do. They just number it differently so that the people out there...
So I want to build a hotel with a 13th floor and a 13th floor, like, light indicator on the elevator.
Yeah.
But it's not a button. You can't press it. And there's actually nothing on the 13th floor. It's just an empty floor that is set up with like smoke machines and really spooky stuff.
Yeah.
And there's no stairwells that go to it. And there's no way to get to it other than the elevator that sometimes randomly
will open on that
floor.
Will
open on the 13th floor. And the light for the 13th floor will come on. Whatever button you push, the light for the 13th floor will come on red.
Yeah.
And then you'll be like, no, I didn't push the 13th floor. And then it'll stop. And then the doors will slowly open, and it'll just be tons of smoke, and then strobe lights, and then whatever. And then the doors will close and take you to your regular room.
Nice.
Yeah. But you just never know. You know, you won't advertise it. It'll literally just be this one random thing that everyone that works there would have to be at and be like, no, that's not. That didn't happen. Floor. We don't have a 13th floor.
I'm in. That's.
I think that would be awesome.
Yeah. I mean, you'd have to have the money to build something at least 14 stories tall.
Yeah.
Which I can't imagine. All right, but anyway, back to
my. He likes the idea.
He hears something and then he just barks at it. A service where you could mess with your friends,
like a practical joke service. It's like a prank service.
Yeah. So you start with the Airbnb. You could also do a restaurant, like just the one friend.
I like the Airbnb idea.
Yeah.
People are gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think
in a good way.
Yeah, I don't think that they like the next morning after they wake up and haven't slept at all, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, guys, that was funny. I'm so glad I spent the $200 to stay at this Airbnb. I don't see that happening. I see you getting sued and them constantly demanding their money back.
I think if you did it for the right person, I'm thinking of one individual in particular, but they really like Halloween and they like being scared.
Yeah.
And one of the things with going to a haunted house is you're going to be scared, it's fake, and you're really safe at the end of the day. This is something where it's truly terrifying because you don't know what's going on. You didn't pay for it. You're being set up.
Have you seen the clown in Florida that the parents are hiring to scare their kids into
Oh, that's
acting?
fantastic.
Yeah, it's this creepy clown. I forgot his name, but parents are paying for this guy to go around and like scare their kids into not acting out,
Ooh.
And he just like shows up in the window, like staring at the kids. Like they'll let him come and like hide under the kid's bed.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean it's intense. Like
that's unreal.
Yeah. Not sure what psychological problems those kids are going to have later on in life.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Well worth it.
Yeah. So I could see something like that, or like the practical joke type thing. Speaking of practical jokes, I've got one that I'm going to ruin because I'm going to tell you here. But if you ever listen to, it's a syndicated radio show.
No.
Here it comes on 103.1, which is the news, like the news radio station.
Okay.
And the name of the radio show is crap.
What a good intro.
No, a similar one is this show called like Ground Zero. That's the name of it.
Okay.
Clyde Lewis is the host name.
Oh, fantastic.
And
why are we promoting other shows?
We're just stick with me on this.
Hang on.
So, hang on. Damn, I'm really not good at that. I actually told somebody the other day while talking about the podcast, I was like, hang on. And they were like, oh, yeah. I was like, I did not mean to do that. That was purely accident. But the entire radio show is about like aliens and chemtrails.
Oh,
and,
yeah. All right.
Yeah. And I love it. It's one of my favorite shows to listen to coming home from work at night. And there's people who like really take it seriously and they call in. My favorite part is regularly they'll be like, yeah, we're getting blocked in these areas because the government's trying to like keep us quiet. And I'm like, man, if the government was trying to keep you quiet, like you just wouldn't be on the air, like,
oh yeah.
But anywho, so Clyde Lewis, right? I've always thought it'd be great to get in with like a couple of people, call in, because you'll have these guys calling like, Clyde, you'll never believe what I saw. I was just abducted by aliens.
Okay,
yeah. And Clyde's like tell me more. And it's just like, and
that sounds good.
Yeah, it's great. I don't mean to promote. He's out of like Portland, Oregon. That says it all. But
yeah.
Don't mean to promote another show when ours has
I think
maximum of 40 followers. But Clyde Lewis, Ground Zero. I don't know if he believes anything he says or if he believes all of what he says. Either way, it's awesome radio.
It's gold.
Great listening.
Oh yeah. Man.
But I wanted to call in and be like out of breath, which isn't hard for me. Like they're chasing me, but I got to let you guys know before they get me. It's happening. It's happening next Wednesday. And they're like, "What's happening? What's happening?" And then act like someone has caught you and found you, and then like, no, and then just have a gun go off, right?
Oh.
And then have silence on the line.
Okay.
And then someone picks up and be like, hey, you think and then like some random voices in the back, and then the phone hangs up. They would buy it. Like,
oh yeah,
it would be awesome. It would be great.
I want to take this and do the mess with your friends. I want to pay a service to abduct one of my friends, like aliens.
Yeah.
Not like terrorists. I want to do aliens.
This sounds you're getting sued. Someone's gonna get murdered,
and I'm gonna be indicted.
Yeah,
is that the right word? Served?
Indicted at some point. I think it's something that happens to you. It's before the butt sex. The indicted happens.
No, if you have a business, you don't go to real jail. You go to a fake jail.
I don't know. I mean, your business doesn't really sound like a business. like someone's getting murdered like the second time.
Now, hang on. They do have services where you can get abducted to practice your get out of like that situation skills.
Really?
Yes, they already have that where I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu, but I need to like hone my skills, so I pay a company and
what a nerd. Anyone who hires this company is a nerd. And I am judging them.
Yeah, but if you ever really get abducted, what are you going to do? The probe's just going in there whether you like it or not.
Yeah,
These guys have a chance.
I mean, never mind.
Okay. If I was abducted, I'd be terrified. It would be a really terrified thing. And then
I think I would just turn into the worst smartass that ever has been. Like I would literally just, they would get no joy out of me because like I would just be like, yeah,
this is kind of how I saw this is going to play out.
Man, this is I feel like.
Can I get a drink before we do this?
Yeah, you gonna take me to dinner first at least.
I just imagine all you would need is a set with like a medical bed, some people dressed up as aliens, a bunch of LEDs, and you're golden.
All right, so moving on. Next ideas. I have one that I really want to talk to you about. It's an app, which I know after realizing how much apps cost to make, I
wish my parents had just said, be a programmer.
What's really funny to me is
help me out a lot, make more money.
When I think of apps, I think of that's like a very low cost way to start a business. Like, oh, you got a good idea, turn it into an app, it takes off, great. If not, you don't have a lot of. But then when I found out how much it takes to actually make an app that would be decent, you can start most businesses for less than you would build an app for.
Oh, for sure.
You have a truck, right?
Yeah.
How many times has someone asked you to move something with your truck?
It happens frequently, not super frequently.
Would you say once a month?
Maybe once a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're familiar with Grubhub or Uber or Lyft or whatever the case may be, right?
With all these app-based.
So my app is very similar, but is based off people with trucks moving things.
Okay.
So you go online, you're like, I don't have a truck. In fact, I literally just went with a coworker, and he purchased a 65-inch TV, and it would not fit into his 4Runner. So he said, all right, well, Best Buy, can you deliver it for me? And Best Buy said, yeah, sure, we'll deliver it, but it's going to be 2 weeks before we can get it to your house.
2 weeks, $100.
I think it was like $11. 2 weeks or like 11 days, some amount of time for them to deliver this TV. Now, what if there was an app where, similar to Uber, I logged into the app and I said, I want to go, instead of me going from this Best Buy to home, I want my TV to go from Best Buy to home. So now someone with a truck or a vehicle that can carry my TV, who's just driving around like they would be if they were Uber, pulls up, picks up my TV, and then takes it home and delivers it.
So I like that idea, and I want to expand on it real quick. I know that some people use the services at Walmart and like local grocery stores to order all their food. They drive up, they throw it in the trunk and leave. They don't actually have to go in the store anymore. If someone could then deliver it to your house, something that Walmart or the other groceries don't do yet, you can get all of your groceries without leaving your home locally.
Yeah.
This is good. It's not super novel, but I feel like every technology piece that you would need for it is already there.
Yeah, it's not groundbreaking. You're not reinventing the wheel. You're just utilizing a system that's already in place, but just to do something different. Because I know I don't own a truck.
Yeah.
And there's been many times I've been like, man, I really would like to buy this table or couch or insert random thing, but how am I going to get it home? Or like,
oh man, can you imagine garage sales?
Oh yeah.
Or you're just like, man, I need this couch and TV. They're doing it at a steal. Let me, call up Joe with the $250.
That, or let's say you own a small business, like an antique shop or a small furniture business. Yeah. And instead of having a couple of trucks and drivers to deliver your furniture, you could literally just use the app. Say like, hey, you buy a piece of furniture, we'll give you a $50, gift card for this app. And then, anything on top of that you pay for.
I wonder if you could make a contract with Federal Express or UPS. Then in their peak season where they need help delivering bigger items, especially for Christmas, right? You can contract, hey, this needs to get delivered here. And you do that for them.
I totally think you could do something like that. I think there's, I didn't even think of the groceries that you had thought about, but I think there's a million ways that this could work and could be used. because people are needing to move things all the time. And I know I sit at work and I hear people say, hey, I need to find somebody with a truck because I need to move this, or, you know, like I wish I had a truck because I need to move this, or people who go and buy trucks just to have to move things. You know, people will go and buy a car, a second truck, or a second car that's a truck, just so they have it when they want to move stuff. Spring comes around, you're getting mulch or something to put in your flower beds, or seed to put down on your lawn. Don't have a truck. Like, now I'm throwing it in my car. You know, now my car smells like fertilizer because some spilt out. You know, like, when I can pay somebody $25 to go with their truck and, you know, move it to my house.
Yeah, and I think that with an app and even just a little bit of engineering on the computer side, if a whole bunch of people signed up for mulch on a Saturday, you can have some sort of algorithm that calculates, hey, instead of 2 bags at each of these houses, just pick up 20 bags and drop off 2 at all of these.
Now, how would you do it? Because in my mind, it's more of a open market system. So I say, I want mulch delivered to my house at this time on Saturday. I'll pay someone $25 to go do it. And you basically place a bid, and then a driver could go and say, hey, I'll do it for $30, and then you say either one, make a counter offer to that, or yeah, sure, I'll pay you $30 to go do it. Or do you have it similar to like Uber, where you just put the destination and where you're coming from, and then maybe some sort of like weight or like amount that you're carrying? See, I don't think you can just do strictly.
Yeah, I think you would have to bid, because
I like the bidding process.
If I could put it in like a Honda Ridgeline, right, which is a 6-cylinder, more efficient truck, versus if I actually needed somebody with like a 350 dually to, you know, get gravel to my house, I think that their fuel economies would differ so much that like a set per mile basis wouldn't work. I think you would need to do bids.
And also, let's say I've got like a nicer Toyota Tundra or Ridge, and it's like my daily driver. I just am doing this to make a little bit extra money. Maybe I don't want to go put, you know, 200 pounds of gravel in the back of my truck or whatever, you know, whatever.
So pass on
so I just don't make a bid on that. You know, I can go in and selectively, you know, bid on what it is that I want to move. Let's say I have a lot of moving supplies, you know, like different hand trucks and jacks and padding and foam, and I'm really good at furniture. Like, I've got really good reviews at moving expensive furniture and nice furniture.
I'd pay more for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely. Or a covered truck, something you don't want to get wet.
Yeah, or let's say I'm buying a vehicle, but it's like a motorcycle or a car, but it doesn't run. Like, I'm going to have to move this.
Yeah, somebody with a specialty trailer, like, hey, I need 2 cars moved. Can you do it? You know, you have a flatbed. Sure. Yeah, it's just going to cost a little more because I can't throw it in a 6-cylinder.
Also, it would be great. Let's say you just recently bought a lawnmower, right? Or no, it was a blower that you bought.
Yeah, backpack.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's say you're buying a riding lawnmower. I don't know. And you're looking around, and one in a city an hour away, they have some sale, and you can get it. Or that's the closest one you can find. That's like the model that you want and everything. Now I don't even have to drive, like get a truck, drive all the way there to go get it. I can literally just place a bid and say, hey, I want this thing delivered from here to here for this price.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I honestly could see that just Uber just basically adding that to their
like
existing
Uber delivery.
Yeah, adding that to their existing service.
Heavy parcel.
And I really like your idea
Uber parcel.
Of FedEx or UPS contracting that, or DHL or whatever, contracting that out, because how often, like in the busy season like Christmas time, are you waiting on a package that's supposed to be delivered and it doesn't get delivered till like 9 o'clock at night because they're so busy?
Yeah, definitely. And they do hire a ton of seasonal workers, and they have extra trucks for it.
And they wouldn't even have to hire seasonal workers with this.
Right. So now I'm essentially saying, like, hey, I know that my cul-de-sac has 50 homes in it, and I know that they're all getting packages. On my way home from work, let me stop by the distribution center, throw everything in my truck, drive it home, drop it off at all my neighbors. It takes me an hour or two, but I make an extra couple $100.
Like, all day.
Yeah. And it's right before Christmas when you need the money anyway.
So you're in.
I'm in. Yeah. No, that's pretty good.
Hang on. Thank you for listening to our show. To participate, send your comments or business ideas to thehangonpodcast@gmail.com. Keep us motivated by subscribing to us on YouTube and iTunes. And tell a friend. This is the Hang On Podcast. It was an honor. See you next week.